Something that Americans are always talking about is their constitution and their Second Amendment right to bear arms. But what actually is a constitution? What's the point of it, and what does it mean for you to have a constitutional right? We have laws to uphold moral standards in society that we think are important. For example, we have the legal age of consent because we as a society believe it is important to protect young people from unsafe or exploitative relationships. Our laws are meant to change with the times as values in society change. As we can see from the fact that the legal age of consent used to be lower in the past. The values we hold as a society change and develop over time, and therefore so should our laws. Constitutional law, however, is based on the idea that some laws are more important than others. Some laws should not be able to change with the times. They should be semi-permanent so that someone can't just come along and change it later on. These laws underpin the fabric of our society. So the idea is that if these laws can be changed, our society and the principles that it's established upon would fall apart. Now, I know that might sound a little bit dramatic, but that's what makes constitutional law what it is. For example, in the American Constitution, it makes sure that everyone has the right to freedom of speech and freedom of assembly, because if that wasn't the case, you wouldn't have the right to disagree with anything the US government says. That is deemed as so important that it shouldn't be able to be easily changed. With most countries that have a constitution, like the US, their constitution is a written document which makes it quite easy for people in that country to understand. The UK, however, has what is called an uncodified constitution. Basically, we have a constitution, but it's not written down in a document. This might be partially because most of the nations around the world had to kick the British out of their country and then created a constitution to found their nations on a set of agreed principles. A lot of those principles being to stop someone like the British coming back. In the UK, we have a wide range of laws Parliament has passed, and some of those laws are viewed as constitutional. As there is no one constitution that you can just read, this can make it quite difficult to understand, as it's harder to know what is and what isn't constitutional law. But that is constitutional law in a nutshell. If you found this interesting, or you want to know more about the UK's constitution and what we consider to be a part of it, drop a comment and let me know.